morning, guys. I just got done finishing my fruit and I'm letting that kind of just digest a little bit. And yeah, I wanted to chat a little bit because I'm obviously walking you through what I eat in a day while pregnant in my second trimester, but not just that, but also as someone who is completely plant-based. And the question always comes up, you know, is that safe for you? Is it safe for baby? And the answer is yes. And I think that we live in a world now that is starting to understand that much more. And people that are vegan have to explain it less kind of nowadays because it is a thing, but there's still questions around it, if it's safe, if it's healthy, and the answer is yes. And I've been vegan since 2013, so this is my 8th year. So I became pregnant and my diet isn't going to change. I'm not going to start eating meat and stuff because I am pregnant, and some people do that, and to each their own. But I've decided for myself and for my baby that we are going to continue to be vegan. Okay, I'm not gonna ramble on much more, but let's just get to the details of what this video is. So naturally the question comes in, do you get enough protein? And it's funny because, you know, the vegan community, we joke and we're like, okay, but what about, are you getting enough fiber? Are you getting enough nutrients in general, minerals and vitamins? And the question is always around protein when it's very uncommon to be deficient in protein and very common to be deficient in the other things, but people always talk about protein. So I get it. You're not eating meat, so people don't make the connection that other food has protein. So I'm just here to tell you that, yeah, I'm getting enough protein. But for this video, I wanted to track my protein because it's a question that I get a lot. And I have not been tracking my protein because I've been eating plant-based for so long that I have things down. I know that I'm getting enough. So I've just been adding a little bit extra because you do have to have more when you're pregnant. So an average woman, needs around 50 grams. So this depends on your body type. It depends on how active you are, etc. So when you are pregnant, you do have to have more. And that's gonna be around 75 grams, can be up to 100. I'm not a doctor. That's where it's going to range. So I definitely have to get more in, and I haven't been tracking it, and I'm just being mindful of like adding in, you know, a protein shake or a little extra tofu or having edamame or beans and things like that. I thought that it would be fun to actually go ahead and track what I'm eating with you to see I'm getting enough calories, enough protein, the minerals and vitamins and all that kind of stuff. But I will preface and say that I'm someone who does not track my food. I do not weigh things. I do not track calories, macros. I eat in abundance, and I'm not about restriction and calorie counting and all that kind of stuff. Because I did do that in the past before I had my kind of health awakening, you may call it. I used to do that, and it was a very, very unhealthy thing for me to do. So I just had a mindset shift along with this vegan lifestyle, and I started eating in abundance and not having restriction, and it changed my life. So that's kind of my little backstory there. So I will say I'm going to track all my stuff for this video, which I'm not triggered. I'm fine about it. Honestly, I'm good now, but I just think it's gonna be fun for this video and for my own knowledge to make sure I am getting enough protein, getting enough calories in, because I am in my second trimester. I'm 26 weeks, so not long until I'm in my 3rd trimester, and you do have to up your protein regardless of how you eat. So I just want to take you along with me today, long story short, and track my stuff, and I'll show you what it is, whether I got enough or whether I didn't. I'll be honest, I'm using Chronometer. So again, I don't want to suggest or say that I think that you should do this. If you're pregnant and you want to make sure you're getting enough of certain things in, it doesn't have to be protein, great, do that as long as it's healthy for you and not something that's triggering or going to you know, disturb your mental health and stuff like that, because I live that and it's not good. That's my disclaimer on tracking things. Also, I will say that there's an awesome vegan pregnancy course by Plant-Based News, and it's called The Ultimate Guide to a Vegan Pregnancy, I believe. And it's a super simple course, and I think it's like $20, and it kind of just breaks down like the amount of stuff that you need: iodine, iron, protein, talks about fiber, calcium, all those kinds of things that are all important. And it gives you a breakdown of just knowledge around that and supplementation and how you can have a very healthy vegan pregnancy. So I actually took that course and it's great. So I recommend it if you are having a vegan pregnancy or if you're just interested in it one day. I'm gonna go ahead and track what I've had so far, which is just my water and my fruit. And let's go into the next portion of my breakfast. My breakfast does go in stages. There's many stages of my breakfast, and I always have fruit first, and now I'm gonna have something more hearty, which normally is like oatmeal or something like that, but I've been making a vegan French toast the last several days, and I'm gonna make that today and show you how to do it. It's so easy and it's so good. It just reminds me of my childhood when my mom would make French toast, but now I've figured out how to veganize it and it's everything to me. So let's go ahead and make some French toast.
You should have seen the way that you bloom. I think I saw your face in the moon. I promise I'll be with you as soon as I find a way up, yeah. 'Cause you're farther than a kiss on the phone. There's things about you I'll never know. I hope that one day we'll be in love when you're not far away. You really make me wanna fly, cross my heart and hope to die. Lonely, you're the reason why I can feel those butterflies.
Well, I'm still hungry after that smoothie, so I'm just gonna make a little snack. Well, I did make a snack, I'm gonna eat it. So this is just some gluten-free crackers. I think it's the Simple Mill, or Simple Mills, or whatever. Cucumber, and then this vegan cheese. Brand is BioLife, and it's delicious. And is it weird that I also have mustard with this? I love mustard, so I don't know if that's weird or not.
I finally know the reason why, yeah. I'm never really satisfied, yeah. Waking up a paradise, yeah. Without you by my side. Imagine I walk through you.
All right, so here's the spread so far for dinner. Got some stuff working over here. So basically what I'm going to do is make some Chipotle bowls, just a healthy homemade version of that. So let's see. So okay, I have some rice here, that's cooking. I'm gonna add some lime juice to that. I have some pinto beans, some organic corn, and actually all of this is organic, which we love. Some corn, and then I have a block of tofu, and I'm going to make kind of like sofritas kind of style stuff. I'm gonna put this taco seasoning mix on there and just a little bit of this vegan chickenless seasoning salt from Trader Joe's, and kind of mash that up with a fork. I'll show you when that's done. And then I have some stuff chopped up over here, some limes, tomatoes, black olives, avocado, and some chopped up lettuce. Going to do, going to do the Kite Hill sour cream on mine. Clark does not like this, so more for me. And then some salsa, and I'll show you the final product when it's all done. All right, there you have it. There's the homemade Chipotle bowl. Just need to add some hot sauce and then some salsa, and yeah, I'm all set. Okay, it's the next day, so let's go ahead and look at Chronometer, the app that I'm using to track everything, and let's just see if I got enough protein. And also we'll look at other things as well. First of all, when you go into this app, you basically have to put in like your age, your weight, if you're pregnant, that kind of stuff. So that's kind of what makes it gauge what your goals are for the day, if that makes sense. So as far as like calories and stuff like that, which again, I'm going to reiterate that I normally do not track calories, macros, all that kind of stuff. As for me, it just was a very unhealthy thing to do, and it led down a really bad path. But for the purpose of this video, like I said at the beginning, we're gonna track it just to make sure that I am getting enough, because being pregnant is a different situation than the past. So as far as the calories and stuff that it says a little bit over 2,500, which I'm not gonna be like, oh, did I get the exact amount? Like if it's around that number, great. Definitely wanna make sure I'm getting enough calories in, but I mean, if it's 3,000, then I'm happy. If it's higher than that, I'm happy. So just to say I'm not like married to that number, but let's go ahead and just look at this in the grand scheme of things, shall we? I went ahead and logged everything that I had that day. And it does show like your energy, protein, net carbs, your fat, which everything looks good, but we're just gonna focus on the protein specifically. So it says that I had 88 grams of protein with everything that I just showed you that I ate yesterday. So 88 grams. I feel good about that, because I do wanna have between 75 and 100 grams while being pregnant, and I am active too. So, and I didn't work out yesterday, did I? No, I don't think I did. So if I did, I definitely would have had more food. I probably would have been more hungry, but I also would have been more conscious of replenishing after a workout. So that was a day that I didn't do any workout, I believe. Yeah, so. And then at the top, I'm gonna swipe over and just look at the micronutrients. Like this is gonna have like fiber, iron, calcium, vitamin A, vitamin C, B12, folate, and potassium. And this is all without me taking my prenatal, which I take every single day, along with some other supplements. But this was actually really cool to see, because I hit everything except the folate. I had 91% of that need met, but I take the prenatal, so that makes up for the difference. But I almost made it to 100, so 91%. So that's actually really, really good. I hit all of these things like way over 100%, which is great. So it just goes to show you that I'm getting everything I need through my food, except a little bit of the folate I need to make sure that I have being pregnant. So that's pretty cool. If you guys have any other questions about being vegan while pregnant, please comment below. There's a ton of resources out there to show the benefits of being vegan while you're pregnant, and avoiding dairy, meat, and fish while you're pregnant, and even for fertility. So that could be a whole other conversation. But if you guys have any other questions about a plant-based pregnancy, comment below. If you did like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe so that I can continue to bring value to you. So, all right guys, I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye.